Medical students do not require expensive laptops that come with high-end specifications, but they can do well by buying a low to mid-range laptop that fulfills the basic requirements like enough storage, better battery life, and good performance. We have analyzed 5 best laptops for medical students to know details about them. So, without wasting your precious time, let's get start our review to discuss briefly on our listed top 5. Number 5. Acer Aspire 5 Slim Laptop. Don't be put off by the AMD name next to the processor. No, this processor is not slow at all. It's actually faster than its Intel counterpart, the Core i3 series. The recently released microprocessors, the Ryzen series, have outdone its Intel counterparts in the low to mid-range price market. Not only are they cheaper, but they are actually faster and more energy efficient. That means more speed and more battery life too. Some best features that will walk you through this laptop, such as AMD Ryzen 3 3200U dual-core processor, 128GB PCIe NVMe SSD, 4GB DDR4 memory, 15.6 inches Full HD widescreen LED backlit IPS display. Number 4. Dell XPS 13 Laptop. If the ZenBook is the Windows equivalent of the MacBook Air, the Dell XPS 13 is then the MacBook Pro Windows equivalent. If you have the cash and have been a Mac hater all your life, you can go for the Dell XPS series, which has basically the same premium feel to it as the latest MacBook Pro. In fact, in terms of performance and portability, the Dell XPS 13 is slightly better than the current MacBook series, leaving aside the monster 16 inches MacBook Pro, of course. Some best features that will walk you through this laptop, such as Intel 7th Gen Kaby Lake i5-7200U dual-core, fast storage 128GB SSD, 8GB of 2133 MHz LPDDR3 SDRAM, 13.3 FHD 1920 by 1080 Infinity Edge Touch Display. Number 3. ASUS ZenBook Laptop. If you are not into Macs or into convertible laptops, then the ASUS ZenBook is the best option you have as far as getting the most lightweight and portable Windows laptop out there. In fact, the ZenBook actually has a faster processor than the new and latest MacBook Air. The new 8th generation Core i5 processor not only offers more clock speed but 4 cores instead of 2. Though the extra speed is useless for med school, it's really hard to avoid so much power with the latest models these days. Setting the CPU aside, RAM and storage device and the rest of its components are pretty much on par with the MacBook Air. Some best features that will walk you through this laptop, such as Intel Core i5-8265U processor, fast storage 512GB PCIe M.2 SSD, 8GB LPDDR3 RAM, 13.3-inch wide-view Full HD Nano Edge bezel display. Number 2. Surface Pro 7 Laptop. Had the Surface Pro been a full-blown laptop, it would have been listed number 1 along with the MacBook Air. But it's actually a convertible tablet laptop which you can write on using a digital pen. This is what makes it the most wanted and useful device a medical student can have. If you happen to be buying it for someone who's starting medical school, I can't think of a better gift. Aside from all that laptop goodness, long battery and lightweight and speed yada yada yada. The main reason why it's so desirable among med students is the seamless compatibility of OneNote with the stylus. Some best features that will walk you through this laptop, such as 10th Gen Intel Core i7, i5 and i3 processor, 128GB to 1TB PCIe NVMe SSD, 4GB to 16GB RAM, 12.3 touchscreen with pen input. Number 1. MacBook Air Laptop. This site is very aware this is an older model and there's newer MacBook Air available. But I don't really see the need for the new model, especially if you are a student. You see, although this model has an older processor, it's still fast enough to blast through every software you'll encounter in med school and the basic tasks that any user might put it through. If the price is an issue, there are several options to go for. You can buy the 11-inch model, which is cheaper, and it's pretty much the same thing as this model except that, well, it's 11 inches diagonally. Any configuration is fine. If you like to go crazy with multitasking, then 8GB is recommended. Just avoid a Core i7 because not only is it too expensive, but it's useless for medical students and will drain your battery life faster. Some best features that will walk you through this laptop. 1.8 GHz dual-core Intel Core i5 processor. Fast 256GB SSD storage. 8GB RAM LPDDR3. Intel HD graphics 6000.